I don't even know what I want to do next. There's still so much possibility. Maybe I could go and pass? Yeah, let's try this area. Oh, it doesn't have a next layer of puzzles. Interesting. Well, it's just one bird, and somehow I've got to get to the nest, but this bend right here isn't really possible with the bomb. But the cracked ice isn't really possible with the walking cane either, as you see you fall in. So, you notice how when I picked up the cane, the bomb got thrown over the wall? I think that's what this is all about, really. I guess realistically that means chucking the cane over here. And realistically, I just need to get a bomb to this weird twisty spot somehow. So, well, sending it over isn't any good because I'm not going to get that cane to go any further right. So I think I actually got to send the bomb or cane down and then over. I mean, but realistically, I do need the bomb to be right here. Or I guess the cane needs to be here so the bomb can be thrown over. So let's just experiment a bit. Where can I all send the cane and bomb? Well, I can be here with the bomb. That's not quite ideal. Because the bomb's just gonna go off way into the corner. Well, that's fine too, right? Oh, wait, yeah, that's fine. Duh. Missed the spot. Okay, I'm just gonna launch the cane over, make things sticky. Okay, so I think the idea is somehow the bomb needs to go on the gray penguin, which is actually quite easy. But I think blue needs to have the cane. So blue needs to also get the bomb is what you're telling me? All right, if that's the case, then yeah, blue with the cane, then yellow can come in, blow it all up, and blue can waltz right in. Nice and simple so far. But we're gonna be volleying some. So we're gonna pass items back and forth over the net. Oh, but an item can hit an item, and I did not expect it to go in that direction. I actually expected it to keep the same direction. Okay, what if blue happens to be here? Then it swaps like this? Yeah, that's wild. All right, let's be real though. I think blue needs the hammer is the main thing. And if blue gets the hammer, blue wins. But green has to pick up the cane first. So maybe blue could get out of the way, send over the cane, and then send the bomb back so that the hammer can go over, and then blue can get the hammer. And green happens to have the cane, so thankfully I don't have to think anymore about that. This shit's wild. Traded. I'm gonna keep this. Oh! What? I didn't even notice this spot. Oh no, there's another layer. Oh no! Is this gonna go into the third dimension? Oh boy. All right, well, blue needs the hammer once again, but not just any spot will do. Here is no good because blue's just gonna slide off. So green could send over the cane, but then blue loses the hammer. I don't think the opposite would work, where if blue is holding a cane and walks into a hammer, wouldn't he keep sliding? I think, maybe. Well, the only thing is that there's absolutely nothing else that can be done. I guess unless we want to do like the little bonk thing. Or no, maybe I could do a little volley. And then send, no, that sends the cane away. Okay, well, at least that sends the hammer up. Sending the cane over, what good is that gonna do? Nothing, that's gonna do a whole lot of nothing. Rip. Send the hammer over, and pick it up. And maybe here? Send the hammer over? Oh, if blue's here and then the hammer gets sent over, that's backwards. Green needs to be holding a hammer and walking into a cane. So when is green holding the hammer? Okay, what about from here? Green has a hammer, but we're gonna get that out of the way. We need to send the cane over. There we go, there we go. That's what I'm talking about. Oh! Tricky, tricky, okay. Send that bomb over, I guess? Oh! Yeah, interesting, okay. Yeah, that makes a little sense. So I guess what I actually need is for the cane to be on the goal. To at least beat this area, but let's do an RGO. Okay, so we need to send this, give blue a cane, I guess. Well, and ideally, the spring would come down so blue could bounce off the wall into the goal. And ideally, yellow would also have the cane. So let's use a little misdirection here. Yeah, but yellow's not going anywhere now. Unless they manage to pick something else up. Also, blue is not picking up doing anything too useful yet. Maybe I could start with a bounce like this. No, I don't want the hammer going yet. Okay, what if we shuffled around then? Let's then do a little bit of this. Aha! Maybe not aha. No. Because I mean, yeah, yellow has the cane. Blue hasn't won yet. Okay, bounce it over. Send the spring over. Because at least we can now send the cane over this way. And then give yellow the cane. Okay, nice. So, what do we have here? We have something that almost does something. Almost works. But not quite. Okay, out of curiosity, what if I send multiple things onto the rock? It's going to make it go on a right turn, right? And in fact, what if I even switch up the order? What if I do the bomb, all right? And then we do a double right turn. Ah, because now that I have the hammer, I can go through the wall. Never mind. I pick up the cane too soon. Well, how would I get rid of the cane then? Oh, what if the second cane was a hammer? Because I could still slide into it and pick up the hammer. Right, so I still fling this. Or no, I don't fling it. I fling the hammer. And then I fling that up. And then, aha! I set this up. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Son of a bitch. No, the cane and the bomb need to be switched. Yeah, because I can't just go one at a time. But I still need the hammer-cane combo. And I can still slide over to make it happen. Cool level, cool world. Only thing is, how am I going to get to those other levels? I'm not sure. I also maybe could start thinking about how I'm going to get yellow to win. Which I think is actually much easier said than done because yellow's really on its own island. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to have to level up my brain even further here. How about I go over the crowd surf? And, oh god, we're working with the second layer here. Oh boy. This is gonna be wild. What if yellow gets this rocket? We bounce, okay, and then we can go up to the wall. We can also bounce off the wall. Whoa. Okay. That's nuts. Yeah, this game is three-dimensional now. Oh boy. Let's try red to see if that makes it any better. Because at least red could send away yellow to its goal, but just not quite make it to its goal. Yeah, how do I give red the extra oomph? Oh, by putting the gray penguin here for another blast off, right? Yeah, let me try something. Put yellow here, and then we blast gray. Yup. Yup. Okay, next up, gray has to go right, which is much easier said than done. Right? Because, I mean, sure, we can blast off gray, but then red is gone. Can I get yellow to its goal in the meantime? No, hold on. Because, yeah, I was thinking if yellow is somehow to the left of red, that'd be perfect. But how the hell is yellow going to do that? Well, we can have red hang out here for a bit, do a little double bounce. And then, what happens if we try to swap? Ah, red goes here and can swap with yellow. And then can launch over gray. This is unbelievable. No! Hold on. Gotta get yellow out of the way. Send it down here. Yellow comes back, and red bounces to a victory. What a crazy world! Oh no! Oh, the implications of this are about to be insane. We're bonking. We're bonking our way over walls. Well, so here's what's up, alright? I feel like red's gonna have to triple bounce to get up there. Yellow already got the hammer too soon. Way too soon. Because, yeah, it's gonna have to, like, have a gray here and a gray here, and we're gonna have to launch red up. Which seems like total nuts, but pretty doable, I think. Yeah, in fact, pretty trivial from here, which is bounce, bounce, bounce. Squishy penguins. I love it. All right. Well, next up. So I guess the next place to go is Ripple, where I've got to pull a gray boy over. All right, well, we'll start with a little bounce here. That seems reasonable. But how do I keep that going? Or maybe I need to pull and then pull. I feel like I would need the next gray penguin to be right above red. Or to pull the other gray penguin down below, because I realize if I were to pull this and then get another penguin above, this crumbly wall wouldn't actually stop me anymore. So, other penguin needs to come down, which can begin a little like this. How am I gonna keep this going? Shoot. I don't know if it's possible right now. I guess I could reset. Because, I mean, I can still pull this penguin down. And then I could do a couple things. I could continue to pull it down. And pull it over. Pull it over. Pull it over. And pull you over. There we go. Penguin's in position. Who's ready to win? Bonk, bonk, bonk. Oh, boy. Bad news, I don't have any trivial access levels. So maybe green's got to come in and get some stuff done. We pull gray, and then we can distribute. That's something. Okay, we got a lot of fish up here. And a situation where only yellow can grab a spring. Okay, but even ignoring that now, realistically, we're gonna have to do some creative bombing. Is it red that's gonna have to come down? Yeah, so whoever gets the seal needs to come from the correct side. But I think actually the spring is so that the last seal can escape. Actually, not just escape, but also get the fish. So it's gotta be yellow that gets the bomb. There's no one else. Yellow's the only one for me. And the rest of the seals can just get in line, come and blow it up, and escape, and hopefully yellow can get this done. Grab the fish, and bounce out of here. Which, actually, I did expect them to land on the ground, so that was a surprise. But a win is a win. We're going inside. Okay, so it's real easy. I just gotta get rid of the blue seal somehow. Now, why is there a red seal here at all, you know? Something sus about that. Especially when it just bounces away. Well, I can't really go here either, because we'll just go diving. But I could go here. That does keep yellow alive. Now, hold on. Was leaving red here helpful? Can I bounce off red's head? Okay, okay. What? Surely it's not because yellow has the spring, right? I mean, that's the same noise as the spring hits. Spring holders bounce higher and further? Possibly. You know, I can technically check this. Yeah, if you're holding a spring, you travel an extra tile when bouncing. Fascinating. Okay, now with that in mind, I gotta figure out how to be able to do anything else. Guess I'll bring yellow or blue with me, and blue can solve some of these puzzles, like clockwork. Everybody teleports in the middle, huh? Well, okay, interesting. So the direction of teleporting does matter. So what I think needs to happen is I need to get rid of gray, I guess, and then send in yellow this way. Then I can send out red. No, I guess I need gray to stop being a problem. How do I get rid of gray in a good way? That could work. Oh, but gray needs to end in the center. Wait, what? Wait, how do I get gray to move then? Yeah, wait, what? What if red is here and yellow will send gray away back into there? Then I guess red could do something similar to gray like that. So now yellow just needs to, oh, chain that. Weird, but okay, I guess. I'm here for it. Alright, next up, we're gonna bounce. That's a high wall. Alright, first step, I'm just gonna get gray out of the way. I don't care. I want red up here. Oh, red cannot walk on the walls. It keeps bouncing. That's interesting. Okay, so what if I do hit the gray penguin then? Boing, boing, boing. Okay, we have death. Bad news. I think we're gonna have another problem here. Okay. Well, I guess there's still more that can be done. Like, what I'm thinking is that I could hit gray upward from here. Flipping the switch once could help. And then we could hit the spring and then bounce backwards. Okay, nice. That way the hammer didn't screw me. So the multi-bounce is important. It's so easy to get rid of the seals, but I guess getting red to do something, not easy. I guess the way red would get to his goal is being pushed by yellow's rocket. So I could have yellow hang out over here. And then we could bring yellow around if we want. But the issue is, as soon as yellow goes over a penguin, it's not gonna land over the wall. Now, if I want, I could get rid of the gray penguin. Or I could have him come over. Realistically, yellow needs to move to where blue is. Is that possible? Yeah, is it possible for yellow to get where blue is? I mean, no, because there's no walls pointing at it. Okay, is there any other rocket boost that could work? I don't know. I don't see any decent goals here. And unfortunately, I can't do much shuffling here. Does it help if yellow's somehow on the edge? Probably not. So, like, what I'm thinking is, I mean, the red penguin's got to be where the yellow seal is, and the yellow seal's got to be where the blue seal is. Issue being, it is impossible for the yellow seal to get to where the blue seal is, purely because of the rocket on its back. Like, it'll either slide past, or it'll jump over until it hits the water. Like, this is the closest orientation you could possibly get. But blue seal just goes over it. And if the blue seal isn't here, then red seal doesn't really get hit. What gives? Oh, of course, there's a much simpler approach. What if red went up here and something just went below the red nest? You've got to be shitting me. How did I not even, like, consider that idea? Like, actually, what in the world was I thinking? Because, I mean, we could easily just get the gray penguin there. Right? Watch this. He's there. Good lord. Yeah, okay. And what the fuck was I thinking? Get this penguin a rocket just for fun. I'ma solve the toss puzzle. So, how is red gonna get through? Looks like to me, red needs the hammer somehow. Which I think is feasible. Right? Because I could yoink blue just out of the way. No, actually, I like blue being there. I need to yoink red on top of blue. So we're gonna have yellow be here and then separate. So at least allow red to get in. But then we don't have any magnets. And actually, no. Yellow does need to be in first. But then how do I get red to go in? Is it possible to throw red into place? Or even better, no, blue can go away. This is fine. Because there's another way. I could throw over red like this. No, that's not how that works. Never mind. Okay, we'll go back to when we had blue. I could bring blue out this far. And then blue could serve as a barrier for red. Possibly. Yes, especially if it's magnetized in place. Aha! But blue also needs to go back to being a bouncy thing. Alright, looking good. I could just get rid of blue like that. Yellow could win, red could win. Looking good. How the hell is blue getting on an island out there when there's water in the way? Via the spring, that's how. I can get to islands with spring bounces. That has to be the move. I just don't quite know how I'm gonna set that up yet. I think I'm gonna try to solve some other puzzles first. A little reorder. It's a tiny puzzle. It's gonna be obnoxious. Like, I already hate yellow being here. So maybe yellow shouldn't be there. We could just lead out gray. And then we could pull over yellow. And then we could go get absolutely nothing. Oh. Okay, so that murders gray. Let me reset. So I don't think I can bring gray there unless if maybe do this first? Having yellow be here could provide some advantage. Is this not how this started, though? This is exactly how it started. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I'm going in circles. But if I pull there, get yellow out of the way like this, and then bring back gray. Well, but then we're exactly where we started. So that's not helpful. Okay, so I think I have to launch the penguin over the gray one. And then I have to send gray back. Now, I could just get yellow over like this. That's not a problem. Yellow could come down. We could use the warp for some reason. And maybe because I've done this, I suddenly have the no, this is exactly how we began again. Son of a bitch. Why can't I seem to make any progress? Okay, so I think somehow I need a situation where basically it's this setup, but red is exactly one to the left without pulling over yellow like this. Okay. What if, just for fun, I enter the portal from this way? Not much happens. Ah, shoot, what am I missing? There's 7 tiles again. Does it help at all to do some pull like this? Probably not. I guess if from this position, we would have yellow here, I could pull yellow over, then pull gray over, and then win. Damn. What a tricky 7-tile puzzle. Okay, here's what's up. Can I pull a different penguin from gray? Can I do almost some sort of, yeah, get blue the rocket? Yeah, do a little bonking. Or maybe even have blue land here. Oh, I forgot about the magnet plays with the rocket. Yeah, can't forget about that. Okay, what about the spring? What? I bounced off the spring and moved it? What? Can I get the spring back? I can. Okay, there's some explaining to do here. Yeah, a lot of explaining to do. How about I solve some E first? Oh, we got a close fish and a far fish. Okay, so yellow's gonna have to get that far fish. Blue's gonna have to get the close fish. What's not to like? Yeah, just get yellow down here. And yellow can go flying. Shoot. I guess I need blue here first? Yeah, we could do a bounce setup. But somehow red needs to be at his goal, which is easier said than done. So if blue's here, we could have red bounce. And then bounce again. Swap these two. Okay, but how would I get the others in position? It's not so easy. Let me reset and think. I guess I could actually have red be standing here when yellow springs off, and blue could be here, and then somehow red would come up to it, and blue would swap. I mean, the issue is how would red go up if red were standing here? Okay, hold on though. Another way for yellow to get to the bottom middle is for yellow to be in the bottom left. Maybe there's ways then to get yellow in the bottom left without harming the delicate balance that we know and love. I mean, if I want, yeah, I guess I could do that. Okay, but how is red gonna get over still? Maybe there's some merit here? I mean, it's kind of working. Is kind of working? No, it's still like just a little bit off. Well, but if red's here, I can do some swaps with yellow, even to the point where it comes down. That's a bounce around. This actually can cook. Oh, okay. Took a little bit to set up, but here we go. Long bounce, short dive. Nice. So I think in order to have blue get to its goal, it's gonna have to bounce off another character here. Because yeah, we can get green, over, pull, bounce, there we go. Pull gray up there. A lot of moves for blue. And here comes the big bounce. But gray doesn't win, so what gives? I mean, maybe it could be green, but then how is blue gonna get airborne? Yeah, how is blue gonna get airborne exactly? No, I think more likely I have to have gray be a bouncing penguin. That is still much easier said than done. Well, I guess I can get the catch. Oh, we got a cane. Easy. Just gotta get red to its goal. How hard could it be? All right, well, we'll do some shuffling around. Bring yellow over so red could come and block, except we're gonna launch it over. Something's not right there. How is red getting to its goal? I guess if red and yellow were able to swap places, we might have something here. Which, okay. Can that be done? Maybe by using some bouncing. Like, for example, we could bounce. We could also bounce. I'm wondering if I could reverse the order somehow. Well, actually, it could simply be a bounce like this, which at least would let me reverse the order to go about this far. And actually just get yellow out of the way. Now all of a sudden, red can come over and stall, yellow can hang out here, and we can go and win. But ultimately useless for now. Maybe I can work some magic over here. Let's just launch in the penguin over. Well, getting the other gray penguin to its goal seems really tough now. Right, because I can pull for a bit until we get about that far. So what am I missing? We thinking somehow this gray penguin needs a rocket? I mean, maybe there could be something kind of interesting with this. Like I can mess around with propulsion. Unless if maybe blue is supposed to get the rocket. Because I think there's some ideas here. What if we pull, then blue could mess around a bit. In fact, if green wasn't in the goal, we could have something spicy right now. Get green out of the way. Is there any way green can get out of here? I don't think so. Maybe at least I can solve like one more puzzle. Just a simple pull and bonk. Yeah, maybe hurdle can help. All right, here comes red. That's suspicious. Very suspicious. Oh no, I'm getting lost in the weeds again. Why must this happen to me? Okay, I don't think yellow's supposed to get the magnet. Because I think yellow needs to double bounce. That's the only way I can get stuff done. Like specifically the bouncing I need is something like this. Oh yeah, that works out a lot better, except red can't escape. So, was there ever an opportunity for red to escape? Surprisingly, no. Can I just get rid of red? Well, yeah, but then green can't get back in the middle either. Huh. Damn, it was really close too. Okay, let's keep trying stuff then. Maybe I gotta do a... What the hell? What? They travel together? That is absurd. I'm gonna reset, but I do think green needs the magnet. Just gotta figure out how I want it done. Could slam here. Huh. That also gets rid of red. I could pull down. See if that sort of thing helps. And then I could whap that way. But again, I need green to do something, and green's gonna be stuck here. Okay, here's the question. Is it ever possible to fully remove characters from this cell and this cell? Right? Because I can get one out of the way, but one of them's always gonna be stuck in this back and forth. Yeah, hold on, something's not right here. There's always gonna be a scenario where there's a character trapped in there. So what gives? Okay, maybe I need to use this move to win? Like, from here I need a slam? That's the only way to be able to effectively do what I need to do? Could be possible, but I can't line it up now. Yeah, shoot. At least I know how I want to end the puzzle, but now there's steps in the middle which are tricky. I guess I just somehow need to not waste the temporary barrier, I guess. Like specifically, this move is gonna have to be what breaks the barrier. Like when I pull gray back over, yellow should be in position and red should be on the right side. Okay, what if from this position I pull red over, hit gray, let yellow come down? Hold on. I think we're actually finally onto something here. Yes, okay, yes. Oh my god. I didn't think this setup was possible at all. We did it? Okay, I feel like the big puzzle has to be possible now. But the hardest part is just getting any gray penguin to his goal. Okay. Thinking about ideas, I suppose it could be possible if the right gray penguin got the spring and blue got the rocket. And I guess that's easier said than done. But let's at least start by having blue get the rocket. The main thing is I want to get gray out. Oh, this is frustrating. I don't want gray to go that far, though. But I don't want gray to go up either, because that blocks off blue. Okay, could blue have gotten a rocket in a different way? I don't know. I feel like I'm getting into the weeds here. Not in a good way. Reset again. Okay, I still can't figure out the overworld, but maybe if I'm lucky, I could still get more clues from other puzzles. So, a different puzzle I want to try is going to involve a lot of steps. But the most important step is getting the spring. Yeah, just saying screw the rocket. Like I was thinking, I could just bounce my way right over to this level. Trapeze. Unfortunately, no spring combo, but we do have some magnet stuff. Well, main thing is I guess I can pull that down so they can travel together. And then I could bonk back, sort of? Shoot, how am I gonna get yellow into its goal? Unless if somehow red pulls it over, but then red would somehow need to be in his goal as well. Because I mean, I could always pull over yellow like this, and then just be stuck and sad. But I could have them both go together, and then have yellow come back for absolutely no reason. So I can hold off on that. What if from this position I have red hang on the other side? Then I get a super bounce, but it's still the same outcome. Red could pull, and then we can have them go together, which seems pretty deadly. Red could pull from here, and that just seems like another stuck scenario. How am I supposed to get the second penguin? Maybe there's a better orientation? Like, I still gotta get the fish, but then I'm gonna bring both these suckers back. And, I don't know, maybe there's some sort of weird chain reaction that could be done? Oh, what the fuck? Hold on, if I have a setup like this and have yellow move right, only yellow launches for some reason. So if hypothetically red and gray swapped, I might be able to cook. Downside, how do I get gray to be, well, I mean, I guess gray could go up, because I could have gray go this far, but can I get gray to go one over? I would think yes, thanks to the powers of red. And then, hold on, we could bring, red into position, and then yellow can come around, do the maneuver, and that's how we get there. Okay. Well, there's no hammer here, so that doesn't help. Okay, I need to go back in time to when, I guess actually here might work. The main thing is, yeah, I want spring and rocket at the same time. I'd like to hope I have some good possibilities here. What if I stash green over here and then get a bounce over here, right? Now green's kind of in position, except I would want the two reversed, which I almost can do. It's so close. Can I just swap green and blue? A double bounce? No, I can't quite do it. Yeah, I can't figure out how to get to the last 3 levels. Maybe I need another stab at solving this puzzle. Something I want to try. Maybe with, like, now having the rocket out of the way, I could bring the other penguin around. Or, totally different idea, which actually might be a lot better. What if I just yoink it in place like this? How did I miss this? This option was painfully obvious. I don't know how I didn't even consider it once. Good lord. Okay, I feel like it should be doable from here. Emphasis on should be. But let's see. As it is right now, I think I still would want to get green in place. Is it possible to get green to the right of blue? Or do I had to have pulled the other penguin in? Maybe I had to have pulled the other penguin in. Well, but then the gray penguin's gonna have the rocket. So I mean that's no good, right? Well, no. No. There's something very simple I missed. Duh. Oh god. That was unbelievably tough. Now what? I feel like I need the rocket. But how would I get it? Let me see this. What if, hypothetically, I exported red with a magnet? Maybe something interesting could happen. Well, I wouldn't quite be able to get the rocket on this level. The issue is that red can't really get much further. I can't get a blue from here, can I? Nope, there is no blue. Let me actually go back to the cane. Because green could come over to accumulation. And that, hold on, could get me a red magnet. Hold on. Wait, I control both reds at once. Can I somehow align it so that one red magnet pulls the other like this? Rocket ship. Oh, shit. Oh, we're just going around the impossible level to replication. What is this?